Two contrasting visions of fire can be drawn out. On the one hand, fires are seen as extreme weather events in the world today. Fires are discussed in relation to carbon emissions, climate change, biodiversity loss, air pollution, and so on. These discussions are often linked with who started the fire and how to stop them, leading towards a fire suppression narrative. But there is another understanding of fire. This view highlights the deep history of fire on our planet and the role of fire in maintaining savannas and grasslands. An amazing biodiversity exists on our planet due to fire. This view also considers the indigenous use of fire for livelihood outcomes and for ecosystem management. In this view, all fires are not bad. There is a nuanced approach towards fire. But how to move from the dominating view towards this nuanced approach? Understanding and communicating any fire event is complex and requires consideration of multiple aspects of fire. Where fire occurred, why it occurred, what were its effects, and how these effects vary in the short term versus long term. My research study develops FireCube as an analytical framework to analyze how fire is framed in dominant discourses and narratives. FireCube brings together concepts from fire ecology, history, fire management, and pyrogeography. It draws on three other frameworks and analyzes any fire event along four axes: pyric phase, world, effects, and temporal phase. The fire cube is used in this study to analyze how fire is framed in media and policy. For example, fire can be used to highlight that fires in grasslands can be beneficial for biodiversity and concerns around carbon emissions are not valid because emissions become net zero in the long term with the recovery of grasslands. Another example will be in the case of wildland urban interface. Here, FireCube can highlight the trade offs between effects of fire on humans, such as in terms of loss of property or pollutions, as against effects of fire on biodiversity, which could be positive or negative depending on the fire regime. This study argues FireCube as a framework to highlight inaccuracies in the framing of fire and to communicate and understand the multidimensionality of fire. Thank you.